my energy. Don't you fuck with 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 my energy.
Hey guys, thank you for watching Three Voodoo Sisters. I'm your Haitian voodoo priestess, Sabri, and we're going to read really quickly, 20 minutes in and out, like some quick sex. I think 20 minutes is good sex. Maybe I'm easily satisfied. Maybe I'm just like my mother, too cold. I don't know. But let me see. So Porscha Williams and her weird fiance that she's been fake engaged to, I don't know, it's just a weird situation. You know what he looks like? You know those Russian eggs that you keep, hold on, somebody's at my door. You know what Dennis looks like? He looks like that Russian egg that you keep opening up, you know, and it just keeps getting smaller and smaller. What do you call those things? Or he looks like, remember the old school days when you used to sit your egg on something and you would crack and eat your boiled egg? Or he looks like a Georgia pit bull, or he looks like a machichi or a treasure troll or a pound puppy. I don't know what category to put him in. I just don't understand that that relationship. I don't get it. But you can't go by looks when it comes to love. People like what they like. But we're about, I think his name is Dennis, if I'm correct. And believe it or not, I actually know somebody who knows him. Atlanta is not that big, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people who know people know people. You see celebs, if you want to call them that, like reality stars, you just see them all over the place. It's like passing gas. It's common. It's just all over the place. It's like, and then when you do see some of them in person, it's a lot of makeup, it's a lot of wigs, it's very Hollywood. It's just Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So him being caught, I don't think he got caught. We're about to see. I'm about to go straight to the situation. I'm actually about to go back since December of 2019 till today. Where does Porscha Williams' relationship stand with Dennis? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, I mean, it just kind of is what it is. It's just, it's not good. It's not bad. It's not really. They may get married. He doesn't want to get married. He actually wants to just. He's double thinking marriage. It's kind of it's not moving forward. It's not moving backwards. It just kind of has a lackluster energy to it. It's like, if it doesn't, it does. If it does, if it do wop, 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 shake, shimmy, shimmy, top, top. It's just whatever happens. It's just one of those situations. It's on his mind, but it's like, it's not his main priority to get married. I think when he met her in the beginning, it was, you know, right now it's just in a weird place. It's just in a weird place. I don't feel they're over. I just feel it's just in a weird spot. What lies in the future of the relationship with Porscha Williams and her fiance Dennis? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. was actually upside down. It's just not a balanced relationship. It's not just balance. There's a lot of disagreements on like petty stuff. It's like they argue about a lot of stuff. I also feel like they are trying to work on it, but I think they need a marriage counselor. Like, you know how you meet someone and you're like, I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak, I lose all control, and something takes over me. And yeah, she too swept off your feet, and now you're dealing with the problems and the realities. Believe me, girl, I done been there. I done been digmatized, lovematized. And then the reality hits about somebody. It really does take about 3 to 4 months to see who somebody is. So I think they're seeing each other's true colors. Porscha also feels that he's kind of bitchy. Like, not gay, but like bitchy. Like irritable. Like he gets on her nerves. You know what I'm saying? It's almost the energy of like halfway out, halfway in, halfway out, halfway in, halfway out. It's like they're still together technically, but I'm gonna tell y'all what I feel. I feel like that they do need some time apart. I do feel like they need to go to counseling. I do feel like this marriage, believe it or not, it could work in a very strange way. But it's almost like they got to get back to the core values. But do I think he's her match? Not really. But it's just a lot of problems in this relationship. It's just a lot of problems. And it's going to continue to happen. Will Porscha Williams marry her fiance? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. She's not sure, but she does. That's the whole thing. Everything is like, I'm not sure. I don't know what to do. It's like, you'll hear that in her conversation. You'll hear, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know where to take this. And it's easy to say for her. For us it's easy because he's not sticking his penis inside of us. We didn't have his child, you know what I'm saying? So to us it's like, drop that pound cake, you know, drop his ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, drop him. But then the reality is she has a child with this man. She's obviously accumulated some love in history, so she's not completely ready to drop him. She's not sure about marriage. She's not sure either. It's just gonna kind of hang around. But the way these cards are leaning, he doesn't want marriage either, y'all. Like, it's just gonna kind of hang around and like linger. It's like we're gonna be like, do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? It's gonna be weird. This is gonna be weird. This is gonna be a weird situation. Okay, let's just go. Okay. How does Porscha Williams feel about her relationship? How does she feel about her fiance? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Look, I'm just exposing all my little, y'all know I don't ever care about background stuff, so some people be trying to have their shit look cute. I'm like, oh, whatever, we just want the message. Let me go here. Let me go here. Let's see. She feels like her Prince Charming has turned into a nightmare, and she has to make a decision that she doesn't want to make. She's not ready. Porscha's not ready to let go. That's just all it is. It's like she knows, and she knows she'll be fine. Like, she knows if she leaves his ass, she knows she'll be fine. That's not the problem. it's the problem is, even though I try, I can't let go. Because something in your eyes captures my soul. Because every time I see my treasure troll in my dreams, you're the only pit bull I need. So she's just really caught up right now in her. How does Dennis feel about, there's another man in these cards too. I'm not dumb. There's another man in these cards. How does Dennis feel about Porscha? What lies in their future? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. I'm gonna make some space. He feels like, I can already tell. He feels like everything is an argument. I can already tell. He feels like everything is an argument. He feels like she's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when rich people cry. Whoop, whoop, whoop. He's about his money. Also, he's been working a lot. And Porscha has been feeling alone or abused. These are cards of a lot of uncertainty, y'all. Like, he's not sure where this is gonna go. He's not sure. He's not even sure what Porscha wants her damn self. He doesn't know. He's like, what do you want? He's like, he feels like he's getting a lot of mixed messages from her. There's a lot. He feels like she's confused a lot of the times. He feels like she's moody. She's emotionally all over the place. She feels like her Prince Charming has a lot of excuses. He's not living up to what she thought he was going to be. And he feels that she's not who she... It's like the reality has finally sunk in. The reality of the relationship, who that they both really are. Porscha has a very lifestyle of the rich and famous in these cards, and he's trying to be the financial breadwinner that he wants. It's like he wants to show that he can be the man, but she wants him to be home more family oriented. Like here, she's having a lot of wishes and hopes that he'll turn into her Prince Charming, but she feels like he's not even bringing home the assets or the characters that she wants. It's like two people who are struggling to really build a home, but it's just, they need counseling. They really do. And the funny part is, I don't see any kids in these cards, so it's not even about the daughter. So Porscha doesn't care about leaving him. It's just that there's an emotional attachment right now at the moment. So why don't we see how the ancestors feel about it? Like what their opinion is about the whole situation. As you know, back in Africa, in certain parts, not all parts, because you know, Africa's a continent, it's not a country. And I actually did that one time where I said Africa, the country, which was really a brain fart. Honey, I got so many replies. Africa's not a country. Africa's not a country. I was like, I know, it was a blooper, okay? It was a blooper. I'm sorry. But I know Africa's a continent. I know. But we would do divination with shells to see if this is somebody who you should marry. And if it was a probability of more no, then they would explain why. If there was a probability of more yes, then they'll tell you why. What can be worked on and what cannot. So let's just go and see how her ancestors feel, how both their ancestors feel about this. You know what? I'm about to ask how Porscha's ancestors feel and then his. How does Porscha's ancestors feel about this situation? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. There's a lot of malnourishment in these cards. There's a lot of malnourishment. And when I say malnourishment, it's a flower that's not being watered. That they're not giving each other the appropriate amount of what a relationship needs to thrive. And there's egos on both sides. It's like they're constantly arguing to make, or bickering to make a point, but neither person is hearing each other. They can't seem to understand each other. Understand each other's needs. It's funny because I see Spirit placing the blame on Porscha's side and his side. They're not just defending Porscha. No, it's a marriage that needs work on both ends. Porscha needs a reality check. He needs a reality check. So the cheating is just a surfacey thing. It's not the core of the actual problem. It's just the results of the problem. So how does Porscha's, I keep forgetting his name. Is his name, I forgot his name that quick. I don't want to say, how does Porscha's fiance's ancestors feel? How does Porscha's ancestors feel? Porscha's fiance's ancestors feel about this whole situation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. I don't know how to say this, but his ancestors are like, the train's done been derailed. This was gonna happen regardless. It's like they're like, duh, what did you think was gonna come of this relationship? Like, y'all thought it was gonna be happily ever after? It's like the whole energy shifted from Porscha's ancestors to his ancestors. His ancestors are cutthroat. They're like, it is what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's like they're very, like, it don't take a rocket scientist for you to say what it is. It's like, to them it's over. It's like they're like, look, y'all can try to work it out, but the train has derailed. Yeah, his ancestors are cut and dry, yo. Like, they're like, move on. They actually don't want him to be with Porscha. They think it's too much stress. Yeah, it brings too much confusion into his life. I guess her being a reality star and a public figure is causing them to not have the genuine relationship that Spirit feels. So the ancestors are like, yo, it's funny, her ancestors feel like they can do counseling and maybe work some stuff out. His ancestors are like, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit, fuck that shit, fuck that shit. Like, pack up your shit and go. It ain't gonna work. Very, very funny. The ancestors are so drastically different from the two of them. And that's why he's not sure about the whole marriage thing. It's because his ancestors are actually holding him back. Like, don't marry this chick. Like, it ain't gonna work. Take care of your child and call it a day. It's very cut and dry. Wow. Okay. How does Porscha's family feel about her fiance? How does Porscha's family feel about her fiance? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. They don't know where it's going, and they don't see where it's to her benefit. They're also standing up and trying to defend her. There's a lot of arguing, guys, a lot of screaming, a lot of bickering, and they feel that they feel like it's time to, okay, they feel like he's not a good guy. And it's time to just end this. You've given him too many chances, and he has not lived up to our expectations, the expectations of the family. So the family has expectations, and Porscha does care about her family's expectations. He's not living up. It's time to move on. There's another dude, y'all. There's another dude. I almost feel he's an athlete, or it's something that he makes money off of, athlete. We're going to see like another dude. Yeah, it's sort of like he's trying to prove a point to her family, and they're like, nah, this ain't gonna work. How does Porscha's mother feel about her fiance? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. That her daughter needs to pay attention to the signs, you know, of what's going on, and that it's not really benefiting her. It's benefiting him. Like, move on. He's not the breadwinner that you need. It's time to move forward. He's a loser. Like, move on. All right, y'all. The alarm says it's time. And again, I'm your Haitian voodoo priestess, Sabri, and conjure on.